The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I know I'm a bit late with this story. This story was reported about a week ago, but I never got my thoughts out there on this particular story, and I want to get it out now. I've just been training a lot and working on other content from the card last weekend, so it slowed up my video production a little bit, but we're gonna get our thoughts out there. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you guys haven't heard about the story in the past week, it is considered women's boxing news because it concerns a former women's world title challenger in Viviane Obenauf. Yes, that Viviane Obenauf, Brazil's very own Viviane Obenauf. Viviane Obenauf, the former world title challenger, she has been arrested. Yes, I said arrested and held in connection with the death of her husband. Now, this is like just some off the wall, out of left field type of stuff. This is one of those stories in boxing that every now and then you just gotta cover because it's just so out of the ordinary. You don't get these stories every day in boxing where a fighter is connected to like a death of a husband or a wife. It's happened before. Arturo Gatti, things like that, but it's not every day. So basically what the article stated was that she was basically accused of killing her 61-year-old husband. And yes, you heard me correct. Viviane Obenauf had a 61-year-old husband. Now I'm not gonna judge. I was talking to my dad about the story, but my dad was saying that he thinks that she might have killed him for some life insurance. I don't know. Maybe she killed him and wanted some life insurance. Who knows why Viviane Obenauf went ahead and did what she did. But the guy was identified as Thomas. That was his name. They're not going to give you his actual name because due to the Swiss protection laws, they don't give you the actual names of the people in murder cases. So I like how they do things in Switzerland. But basically, what it stated in this article is that Obenauf's husband was found dead. Okay, earlier this fall as the result of a massive injuries due to a blunt instrument. Obenauf is the prime suspect in this case. Okay, Viviane Obenauf, she's 34 years old. She owned a gym out there. She had an apartment. And she just recently retired following her loss to Terry Harper. She fought Terry Harper not too long ago. So she's just now into her retirement, and she must be going crazy. She must have a lot of pent up energy because she's clearly, if this is true, and I have to say if because I don't know what happened, I wasn't there. But if what's being reported is true, then she has used her energy in a very misguided way. You see what I'm saying? Now, Viviane Obenauf's husband did own a restaurant. It was called Des Apples, okay? And that restaurant has been closed since the death, okay? So they had that her and her husband they had a brief little stint in the food and beverage industry. So they had some things going, 61 she's 34, he's 61, so that's a 27-year-old age gap. It's not for me to judge, but I'm just reporting to you the facts. They had the restaurant, and this isn't the first time. This is not the first time in Viviane Obenauf's life where she's been accused of doing something along these lines. Now, the newspaper in Switzerland called Blick, all right, they revealed that Obenauf has been arrested in another case, and this was about 4 years ago, in another domestic dispute in a London nightclub, and she punched the guy basically for the guy touching her in a way that she deemed that was inappropriate. So that happened like 4 years ago on her 30th birthday. That was October of 2016. She was eventually released. The same Switzerland newspaper also reported that Viviane Obenauf has a history of domestic violence. An ex-boyfriend of hers who was a weightlifter at the time they were dating, he claims that a drunk Viviane Obenauf punched him 4 to 5 times, okay? And that's what it was. He got punched 4 to 5 times by Viviane Obenauf. So Viviane Obenauf, one thing we know about her is, she wants all that motherfucking smoke, and maybe too much for her own good. So I don't like hearing these kind of stories to where you have these fighters that that they retire from boxing and they don't necessarily know what to do with themselves. Or they have all this pent up energy that they're so used to releasing in the gym, and they release it in the wrong ways, you know. And it looks like Viviane Obenauf has did it here. And you know, listen, I enjoyed watching her fight. She always came to fight. She was a tough competitor. But this is not welcome news. And you know, listen, I live in South Florida, right? So Viviane Obenauf is Brazilian. I live in South Florida. One thing I know about like Brazilian chicks, Argentinian women, Brazilian women, Venezuelan women, Cuban women, just any, like, I have experience with Brazilian women here in South Florida, and they are some of the most, I mean, beautiful women in the world. But aside from being beautiful, they are equally as crazy. Very, 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 very crazy. And if you're not from a place that has Brazilian women in your town, this might be a different type of crazy that you're not exactly accustomed to. You know, they can go from 0 to 150 to 75 back to 150 real quick. You know, they're very crazy. So this story kind of confirms what I already know about Brazilian women and a lot of women that come from those countries like Argentina and whatnot. But you know, hopefully this is all just not. Hopefully that Viviane Obenauf didn't do this. But if she did, I'll tell you this: if Viviane Obenauf did do this, if she did kill her husband, throw her ass in the slammer. All right, throw her ass in the slammer, because we can't be letting nobody get off the hook. You know, and I've noticed a lot of times when women do things like this, they can, especially if they're deemed as attractive or beautiful to the majority of the public, they can get away with these kind of crimes, and we can't have that. They ask for equality in society, they ask for equality in boxing, so we have to give them equality in their rights, and we have to give them some equality definitely in their wrongs. So hopefully, if this is true, and Viviane Obenauf has went ahead and killed her boyfriend and struck him with a blunt object, you know, throw her in the slammer, because you know this is uncalled for. You know, who are you to take another person's life? You know, that's you're playing God, and nobody's God on this earth. So, you know, leave your comments down below. Viviane Obenauf, she's the prime suspect in the murder of her husband, her 61-year-old husband. And yeah, we'll definitely be following this story and covering it as it progresses here on True School Sports. If you got any information or anything interesting as far as commentary goes, leave it in the comments down below. I'll definitely be reading these comments. You know, make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dane. Until next time, take care, guys.